Hello and welcome back to Songs of Six. Oh, we've got a lot to do. I've got a lot of feelings on our city. And I've also planned, I think I'm going to put the janitor warehouse right here where my little light's going. Right here in the center. Because that's in between this janitor, and we're going to put another janitor right over here. We're going to have a nice warehouse right in here. We're going to put a bunch of other services throughout. Try to fill this area in with decorations, fill it in with other things to make it look nice. I'm going to spend these next couple episodes trying to beautify the city. I was looking at these blocks. I do like our city blocks. If you look, this is room for 40, 80, 160 right here. So we can fit roughly 320 in this bottom row. And you just keep going up. So 640, and then I can't do math right now. My brain hurts. So you can figure it out yourself. But this adds a lot of people itself. There's roughly room for like 800 people. Roughly room for like probably half that right here. So what we could probably, I think, do is make another section like that, giving us a more room for about roughly 800 people in there. And then we've got some people living here and a few here. And you can see that the neighborhoods, once they get to the north, are kind of dispersed or in a weird way. I think that's to do with the fact that we've got our giant warehouse district here. And I was looking, it actually looks pretty good. I haven't seen a warehouse that's like this full in most of my games. Like you can see, we've got some hay, we've got some cotton. I think those are weapons and armor. We've got all kinds of different things in the bottom half, and then we've got leather, meat, animal products like livestock, and he's bringing in some cut stone. He's loading it in. We've got stone and alcohol in storage. We've got metal and coal. We've got everything. Oh, there's weapons and armor over here too. What are these? Oh, they're drinks. Tools, pottery. I can't tell from a high point what those actually are. Machinery. So you can see that these warehouses, or this warehouse especially, is just full of stuff. And we've got the middle bits too. We've got a whole crate of Sithalon. And I was thinking maybe I should move portions of the city, but as I'm thinking about it and I was looking at it, I'm convinced that it looks good. I'm convinced that it's functional enough for the meantime to deal with what we have. The issue, if you really want my opinion though, is these eateries. So I've been looking, and I think that from what I've gathered, a canteen completely erases the need for an eatery. So the problem is we have a canteen and we have eateries, but the eating services as a whole aren't full. And the same way with baths and wells. So you can see the reason I can't get my wells up there is because my baths is the other half, basically. Those add up, they basically add up to 93%. This is 43, but just take off a little bit, and that's 93%. Same with drinking services. So the services altogether are 32%. That's that right there. If you add these together, that's the total eating services of the city. So if we can make a humongous canteen, we might have to, well, we actually have this one here, and I don't know how many people it can serve. Oh, 30 out of 1,900. So if people are constantly filling this with bread, that should be good. And the same with this. We need people, that's something I'm struggling to do. We need them to be getting that bread. Literally and physically getting bread. And I think that all starts with me changing this. And then rather than redoing the entire city like I had planned, I think I'm going to do that. So I'll see you all in a moment when I get there. Look at it. Look at all those catapults, brothers. That's like 80 plus catapults or something. That's a lot of catapults. My thought being that when we get assaulted, if we ever get assaulted, each of these takes 6 men. So 10 of them will take 60. 100 of them, 600. So, right? Yeah, 600. 600 guys of our populace can theoretically fit on these walls. Plus, as catapult operators. If an enemy came at us in an open field against this line of catapults, they would be absolutely decimated when we make a line over here. I haven't really done all that because I wanted to save some of my machine parts for. But I started out in the episode this year. We upgraded the storage capacity. It really sucks that I had to waste a whole good building just to build this, but it feels better because it's over here. And I think I'm just going to build another one on the other side here. Having 2 bakeries work fully. Although, let's look at the noise. Might be too noisy, so we'll probably put it right here, next to it right here. We've got all these humans and people living over here, so we don't want them to be annoyed. We've got a hauler. Bread gets put in here. These guys haul it over to the bread storage. We've got the, transport. This is a hauler for grain, hauler for coal. You can see it's full. We put in a brewery. So we've got a nice brewery here. They're making brews with fruit, but there seems to be nobody working right now. Can we upgrade it? Not yet. It's going to take a little bit more to upgrade it, but we've got this nice warehouse here. And I went around the city. I haven't upgraded or fixed some of these janitors here. This has to go. We're just going to lower the amount of workers. The problem isn't that there's not enough janitors. It's the problem is there's no warehouse close by with the materials the janitor needs in order to upgrade or fix things. So to do that, it's recommended to build a warehouse with janitor goods next door to a janitor itself. That's kind of how I've been doing that. I also went over here and I removed this eatery and the canteen, the small canteen and the eatery. There's no point of having an eatery next to a canteen. They do the same exact thing. So it's important to know that if I remove all of the eateries, this canteen access will go up. The reason it's down right now is because I had taken away one of them. But I'm going to start to add like more and more canteens throughout the city. And that, I believe, will bring up this eating service to 100%. That's why our wells, as many wells as I kept putting in here, there was never enough. Because the baths that I have, this one big bath here, and the other big bath over here, actually take good care of the people who are around them. So they're happy with that, and that keeps them clean. Not everyone is clean, but for the most part, that's just because the new update's working on it. But they all do go to the baths, and they do take baths, and they are getting clean. We're probably going to build a tavern, or not a tavern, I think it's called a tavern. Yep, tavern in here. And I'm working on different canteens. There's another canteen going up right now. It's getting finished over here. And we have a canteen that's going to be in the mountain over here. And I'll remove this eatery as well. I focused on just trying to get the basics down. So, we seem to be struggling with our paper and our wood. So I have them both being imported. We're making exceptionally good money. And I also forgot, I never do this. Look at that. Look how nice that looks. That is a full warehouse, basically, of gems. That's 6,600 gems and 1,399 jewelry. That's a fuck ton. Nobody in the city is allowed jewels right now because I'm still not that ballin', but it feels good to have all that. You can see our fighting area, our training area is the same. Nothing has really changed over here, but I'd like to start expanding, kind of put a canteen instead of this eatery, and I'll probably put a giant canteen like as big as this graveyard right here, something like that. And we can also look at our world map. We've got Army 2 here with 105 Kryptonians. And I just want to say also, sorry, if I'm sniffling, I'm still a little sick. So you gotta bear with me. This is my army number 2, the Cretonians, 105 there, scout unit. They just went out here to look for Brick and Break's army. I can't find them. They don't seem to be posted up at Brick and Break itself. And they're not called, that's not their actual name. They're called Dukenal Harwin. That's the name of their city, their leader here. And they have a lot of territory. So if we get into war with these guys, we're going to be at war with them for a long time. And I'm going to need a lot of admin, I'm going to need a lot of stuff. I've got these bases pretty much set up perfectly. I have them level 2 barracks, so I have each region is giving me plus 400 conscripts, so that's should be a total of like 1200 or so, but it doesn't seem to be an immediate thing. I don't think you get them immediately. I think you also have to work on other aspects. You can see also our population affects it as well. We managed to make Fuck Island decently happy. I'm surprised they haven't gotten more mad with how they are right now. I think I could put 15 build points. So this will give us loyalty. We'll build an inn for them so that they can get up there. And we'll look at our primary army, the Army 1. We have 7 Dondarian regiments, 2 humans, and now we've got 5 total Talapis. So we're going to have 420 as well as 75 extremely well trained boys. So that should be roughly 495 guys, so roughly 500. We have 90 Garthames and we have 105 Cretonians. If you look at my map or for the conscripts, I can conscript about 800 Cretonians, 100 Dondarians, or so and so and so. That's a decent size army if I wanted to conscript them all, but that's not what I want to do. I would like to have perfectly trained groups like this. They're all maxed out, they're all very well equipped, so that in case Dukenal here, Dukal, wants to fight me, I think they have an army of 6,000. It's their biggest army. With 1,500 or 1,600 plus these guys coming in will be 1,700. We'll wipe the floor with them. I'm positive that we could kill 6,000 guys because these 500 guys alone can kill thousands. They can just keep killing thousands. We just need to get them in a good place to fight them. And that's going to be the goal for the next episodes, is to get Dukal into a fight. And speaking of which, the Roli, our enemy, I've been making them happy. I've been sending them favors. We're making extremely good money, so I don't mind going like this, and every other couple months I give them like 200,000, whatever. That lowers my treasury, but if I look at their support, he's so happy with me, he's not going to think about attacking me. These guys, they don't matter. They're not important. Side guys here. I could probably try to flatter them and favor them, but he's the king, Jackster. We don't want Jackster to get mad, because Jackster has an army of 16,000 guys sitting right here on his capital, and he could easily just take out every one of our bases. I think if we were to face him in a siege at our house, our base castle here, we would lose. So the goal is to keep them happy, keep our army training. At 1,600 people, that's pretty good. I think I could beat them realistically with 16,000 with 1,200 Talapi. That's like 1 to 5. And for every Talapi, they should be killing 5 guys. And we'll win. My math may be a little off, but that's kind of how I'm picturing it in my head. Also, look, I don't think we have any chance of being raided yet. We're doing so well. It feels fucking awesome. We've got 4.5k population, 3.5k on citizens, 900 slaves, 6 nobles, and a bunch of other things. We have 114,000 on trade goods stored. Interesting, it says capacity, but doesn't explain what the capacity is. And we finally finished our canteen. That is a backrooms room if I've ever seen one. Literally has such a weird aesthetic to it there. But I'm so excited for the future. I'm excited for the conquests. I'm excited for the build. I'm excited for the new update. There's so much to be excited for in this game. So I hope the excitement is infectious. I hope you guys come out of each of these episodes with a little bit of an idea what you want to do if you play this game, or what I should do. Kind of floundering for what I want to do. At this rate, all we have as a goal is to just beat up our neighbors, dominate the world. Everyone in the city is happy. You can see they're all decked out in extra clothing. We've got tons of stuff for sale, meat. Oh, speaking of which, that's why I'm having such a hard time filling my exports with meat. I'm wondering why I had no meat. I've been exporting it all before I even fill it up. It's good to let your supplies get up there so that you can do things like, if I go to my ration maker, these guys, they have no meat in their storage over here. They only have 57, so they often run low. And then we also have this little warehouse over here, and they need to get some more too. But we'll have them working on that for the next episode, and hopefully maybe get some eggs shipments, some mushrooms. I'd like each person's happiness to be up there with their preferences. So if we can get like eggs, mushrooms, all that into these canteens, it'd be awesome. We just transporting some cotton. Eldritch Wallow, 51-year-old man, doing everything possible to serve you best as a transporter. That's what I love to hear, man. That's what I love to hear. He is happy with your city in general, but has the following suggestions. Oh, we have to pardon some people. And we need more pillars. They want more food. Oh, that's too bad, motherfucker. Fuck you. Thank you guys for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Goodbye.